Hey everybody, it's Gypsy and welcome to On the Edge of Appalachia. Today is Saturday, June 28th, 2025, and it is time for my weekly gardening update. It has been a very hot and busy week. Summer has finally arrived in Northeast Ohio. So, it was tricky. In the hot days, I was like out here at the crack of dawn, and I would work to 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning when it got too hot. So anyways, thought we'd start in the cottage garden. I did get this area cleaned out, going back to my oregano, and I've got some lovage and valerian, and I got my stones leveled. And then I started doing more stones this way. I don't know if you could see. Let me go around this way. And so then I have, and I have to get more stones for this area here. I'm going to have stones going this way and going all the way back. And I'm putting an edging along where my chamomile and my asters and stuff are. So that's what I've done in here. Oh, I just threw in a few marigolds just for the heck of it. Let's see. What else? Oh, I decided to just plant more seeds just to see what would happen. I mean, it's late June, but what the heck. So I did some honeydew, more cucumbers, and more sunflowers. I don't know if I told you this last week. Put sunflowers along those edges so they'll be getting tall enough to see soon. And as you can see, my trellis with the morning glories and moonflowers, I have two plants that are nearly to the top. So it's coming along nicely. What else I did, I brought my nasturtiums to the front of the cottage garden, because I was afraid they weren't getting enough sun because of all the other things that are growing. Then I did, excuse me, this wooden bucket has some creeping Jenny in it. And I think these are the Shasta daisies or the painted daisies. I'm not sure. I put some in there. Let's see. Trying to get all that cleared out. I have, kind of like my leftover seedlings, and I'm just trying to put those out in the yard. Now that summer is here, it might come to something. Oops, what do we got here? Let me move this. Anyways, it's my Napoli tomatoes in here. They're doing great. I have some more seedlings I'll probably throw in here, Napoli. So I'm trying to get all that cleared out. So, let's see. I think I told you last week that I planted these sunflowers along this edge here. And they're growing nicely. And then what else I did? I know I might, this might spread and drive me crazy. I doubt it, knowing me, because I just love that. I planted some morning glories along here. I had a flower on this side earlier today. So yeah, finally got my last paver leveled in. So in the enclosed garden, believe it or not, I had this entire bed with the garlic and the pepperoncinis weeded just a few days ago. But we did get heavy rains the last, few days. So this is what happens. It looked beautiful just like 2 days ago. I swear to you. Oh, and a couple days ago I showed you that this plant in particular, my pepperoncini, had 2 flowers on it. Well, now look at it. 2 days. I came out yesterday, or was it this morning? No, I showed you this yesterday. 2 blossoms on it. Now it's got all these. I have other pepperoncinis Have flowers on them. The Finocchio is looking lovely. Look at that. I'm going to make some roasted Finocchio one day. Oh, my dill is coming along nicely. So, in here is these are Ace 55s in here. Now, all these plants I am showing you, when I planted them, were skinny, scrawny, and purple. In no time at all, they perked up, started growing, getting green. And then when it got hot, well, man, they're going like crazy. Look at this. I got blossoms all over the place, all over. I have some different types of cherry tomatoes along the outside. So over here, oh my God, it was driving me crazy. Took me forever to get to this area. This was all overgrown with weeds and grass. So I, cleaned this up. And then I thought, well, what the hell? I might as well put in the last of my Ace 55 little tomatoes in here. For some reason, when I try to do a close-up with my camera anymore, it is very fuzzy. So let's see. I have to weed back here again. I just did that at the beginning of the week. I had all this cleaned out in the back. So these peppers, well, that one's doing good. They're not doing as good as the peppers I put over there. So at the beginning of the week, these peppers were smaller than these peppers. But now these peppers have surpassed, and I think some of those have flowers. But over here, I think I'm going to plant some more provider beans because I discovered I have more seeds. These have flowers. Yeah, they have blossoms. I'm looking to see. Well, I'm getting little beans, I think. So, yeah, these are doing great. So I'm going to plant some more of those. These are, big red bells. And they are starting to get blossoms. So, yeah, I've been doing a lot of cleaning up in here when I can. Like today I was out here. I came out here about 6 or 7 in the morning. I worked for about an hour and a half in this area. It was, sunshine, beautiful, weather report, 5 to 10% chance of rain. This is twice this has happened this week. So I'm out here working. All of a sudden I noticed it got very dark. And I look up and I'm like, it looks like it's going to rain. Sure enough, I had to go inside. It was another one of those deluges. I'd say for about 45 minutes to an hour, it poured and poured. And then early afternoon, it was nice and clear again. So anyways, I'm really pleased with my pepperoncini. The reason I call these Christians pepperoncinis is because my son asked me to plant these. He wants me, I think he said he wants me to pickle them. And then he has a recipe. I think it's an hors d'oeuvre that he wants to make for us when it's ready. So I'm excited about that. I can't wait to taste it. And of course my asparagus, I had to tie that up. Look at my cucumbers are doing fantastic. They're coming along. I think I saw already. I don't know if it's too soon when they're this small. Oh, look. Yep. Now, there are blossoms coming in here. I don't know if I look at. Yeah, they're getting blossoms. So somebody, if you think it's too early and I should pinch those back, let me know. Over here again, skinny, scrawny, purple seedlings. Tomatoes along here. Peas are just about done. Yeah, these are just about done. They'll be coming out soon. And then these are cherry tomatoes. So, they'll be using this. Carrots are doing great. Except I still haven't gotten back over this way to, weed. I have some pepper plants here. These were also sad looking. I did not think they would make it. This, tomorrow morning, I have to remember to cut these back down to about, I don't know, 2-3 inches, something like that. Use it like that. See if they'll grow back for the fall crop. These are some more Napolis in here. I also think I have marigolds. I think there might be some little parsley in here that hasn't really grown yet. So that's what I did this week, put those in there. These guys, freckled romaine. Right now they're doing good. They're not bolting. I'm going to leave them for the moment. So I will be cleaning out peas very shortly. So it's all been cleaning and trying to, do something with my leftover seedlings. So I was very pleased that all my crappy little seedlings are now big, healthy plants. I wasn't sure what would happen, and they're just doing really good. So tomorrow I will finish cleaning up in here. I'm hoping to get to the carrots tomorrow. So, and that girl over there. I think I may have told you about, I put this cloth in because I couldn't keep up with the grass growing so high, as you can see over here. This is another project I will be doing in the next couple days. I could not plant anything here because of my garden gate. So I think what I'm going to do is clear this out, put a big stepping stone here, and have some echinacea planted there. I think that's what I'm going to do this week. So anyways, back to the cloth. And, I could not keep up with grass. So I just put this cloth down so I could get to all my berries. And it worked great. So this week, another one of my projects will be, I'll get 1, 2, 3. I'll put 4 more cloths in here. The cloths aren't expensive. It's like the landscaping pins are expensive. I think I can get 10 for like $20. I'm like, what? There's got to be someplace else I could get them. Let's see. What else? Oh, the process of trying to get rid of some of my seedlings. I planted sunflower there and sunflower over here. So let's see. Oh, the blueberries really getting tall, but not bushy. I see something I need to prune on there. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with that. We've been getting blueberries. They are delicious, or blueberries. These are red raspberries. They're really, really good. So looks like I'm going to have to do a harvest tomorrow morning. Oh, let's see. Wow, black raspberries are doing fantastic. So those look pretty good. And the grapes. Wow, I've been having to tie these. The middle cane is just growing like crazy. It's just, pretty soon it's going to be up at the top. The side ones are doing good too. It looks really healthy. I really don't expect it to produce this year since it's its first year and the leaves are getting eaten. Yeah. I'm going to have to do something about that. But yeah, it's looking good. So I've put in I've got all my stepstones through the arbor leveled. My strawberries, they're just not producing this year. They've been having various problems. The chickens, etc. Where is that one? I had a very nice, good blossom on here. There it is. So this blossom here is the only one I really have. I mean, at the beginning of the season, I had a ton of blossoms, and the voles stole them. So I've been spraying with Momax, which usually works. So I have to watch that one blossom there. See if I could tell what's going on with that. My June bearing, I had to recover because the chickens were eating the leaves. Look at that. That's my rhubarb I just planted. That's its first year. It's amazing. So I did discover that all my problems with eating my beans, and now they were eating my pumpkin leaves. Again, please don't pay any attention to the non-weeding. Somebody shredded a leaf on my corn. So I found these little barriers keep the chickens out. So I'm in the process of putting these around because I think those little twerps were my problem here. So, yeah, I mean, look at my pumpkins. Aren't they great? I'm very excited. I wish more things would have survived. I'm going to have to rethink when I first plant next year. These chickens belong to our tenants in the other house. You know, if they're still here with their chickens next year, I'm going to have to take other precautions. You know, when I was a kid, my grandpa had a very large run for the chickens, so we didn't, you know, my grandmother had a garden, and it always looked beautiful. And now I'm having this problem. So, yeah, it's kind of sad. I'm going to replant in here after I get this more fenced in. Let me see. What else? Oh, so whoever the last owners of this house were planted bulbs, and I can't remember what kind they are. I don't know if they're a type of lily or what. See, I know I put it through my plant identifier, but I can't remember what it said. But I'll see shortly. Well, they planted them underneath all these trees, the woods. Next to, you know, over here by the fence. And they would pop up every year, but they didn't grow and they didn't bloom. So early last spring, I dug them all up and I put them on this side of the house. I didn't know if they would come up here because it is the north side and it doesn't get a whole lot of sun, but I'm very pleased. They're not quite blooming yet, but I'm very, very excited. So I'll show you where they're at now. I'm sure somebody will be able to tell me what they are without me looking back at my plant identifier. But here they are. Look at that. And then one, I didn't even think about what I was doing. I planted it right under the kitchen window. So while I'm cooking, this thing is going to be blooming in the kitchen window. So that'll be pretty. Let's see. So that's what? 3 of them. So yeah, I'm excited. I thought there was another one, but maybe it didn't survive. I got to trim back this mint. Anyways, so I think that's it. Boy, is it bright. I'm pretty sure that's it. It's been a long week. Very, very tired, so I'm going to wrap it up and go in and rest. Blessed be and make it a joyful one.